This is me.
Just kidding. This is me.
My name is Amanda, and welcome to my podcast where I will be talking about pop culture, music,
Film, drama, and fan videos. Hello and welcome back to my channel, Always Popular. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm Amanda, your host, and let's jump into the first episode of 2023. You think it's a weird conspiracy that by the end of the year, going into the new year, that someone majorly famous, successful, and influential passes away and puts the world in a shock. It sadly happened before with examples like Bob Saget, January of last year, Betty White on New Year's Eve in 2021, and Kobe Bryant in January of 2020. Fortunately, 2 weeks ago, before the end of the year, one of the most iconic faces in journalism and media passed away, Barbara Walters. So today, I'll be doing a tribute to a trailblazer, Barbara Walters. Walters was born on September 25th, 1929. Back in the early years of her career, she started out in New York City at a small advertising agency and began working at the flagship station WNBT, doing publicity and press releases. She then started producing for TV host Igor Cassini, and shortly after that left the network for personal reasons. She went on to work for WPIX to produce the
Louise.
McElhone show. However, unfortunately, that show was canceled. Barbara then got hired on the Today Show as a writer and researcher in 1961. She moved up pretty quickly on the show, and she became a regular on the Today's Girls, handling stuff like weather reports and other assignments. So with more airtime, it gained more viewership, and she was becoming more popular with the audience that watched the show. During this time, she described this era before the women's movement as a time when it was hard for a woman to be taken seriously reporting hard news. Within a year, she had become a larger reporter, doing all the writing, development, and editing her own reports and interviews. She was a reporter, writer, and panel member for NBC's Today Show. In 1971, she hosted her own local NBC show, Not for Women Only, that took place in the mornings after the Today Show. She officially became a co-host after the program's original host passed away in 1974. After the promotion, she then became the first female co-host of a U.S. news program. Eventually, she got signed onto ABC, where her and Harry Reasoner co-anchored the ABC Evening News from 1976 to 1978. It also made her the first U.S. female network news anchor on the show. Despite some conflicts with Harry, both of them seemed to make the show work. Shortly after this program, Harry went back to work with CBS and Barbara stayed. It was also reported that Barbara got established as the highest paid news anchor, male or female, on ABC. On ABC as well, she was chosen to be a commentator, including doing presidential inaugurations and the coverage on the 9/11 attacks. By the time it was 1976, she aired her first highly rated primetime show, Barbara Walters' special interview program. She got to interview everyone from anyone possible. For example, like Barbra Streisand, Jimmy Carter, Rosalind Carter, and Michael Jackson. The most highest rated episode for the series was when she interviewed Monica Lewinsky, who was an intern who had an affair with President Bill Clinton in 1997 that had over 70 million views. Moving forward with more projects at ABC, she launched a new series called The Top 10 Most Fascinating People in 1993, where she interviews multiple different people in music, politics, and movie stars, from the likes of Tom Hanks, Steven Spielberg, Elton John, Laura Bush, Elizabeth II, and even big names of today like Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, and One Direction. Also on ABC, she created a talk show called The View, which is now an acclaimed award-winning talk show. The show premiered on August 11th, 1997. Barbara co-hosted and was the co-producer for the show. The View was held in New York City, and it was presented by multiple different people throughout the years, like Whoopi Goldberg, Sherry Shepard, Jenny McCarthy, Raven Simone, Meredith Vieira, Joy Behar, and Star Jones, and many other people. This has won over 25 Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Talk Show, Outstanding Informative Talk Show, and Talk Show Host. And the show has received multiple praise from the media and publications. The The New York Times has deemed it as the most important political TV show in America. By 2021, The View has been the most viewed news and talk program in daytime television. By the time it was May 2014, Barbara retired from The View, and her retirement episode was one of the most viewed episodes of the series. 2004, she retired from 2020. However, she remained to be a part of ABC until 2016. Also, her series, The Top 10 Most Fascinating People, ended in December 2015, and her last public appearance on TV was in 2016. Besides awards and accolades for The View, she got a big amount of love and awards throughout her career as well. She created a legacy for future female network anchors, including Jane Pauley, Katie Couric, and Diane Sawyer. She was inducted into the Television Hall of Fame. She got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, honored with a Disney Legends due to her contributions with ABC, along with multiple Emmy Awards for The View, and a Lifetime Achievement Award for New York Women's Agenda. She truly had an impactful life and career for those who watched her growing up and for those who were fans of hers since the beginning. Sadly, just a few weeks ago, on December 30th, unfortunately, she didn't make it to the new year. She died in her home in Manhattan at the age of 93 years old, and she will truly be missed. Thanks for listening and watching, and you'll hear me in the next episode.